Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam65. As you may remember, Dhruva's tapas was so great that Lord Narayana appeared before him. Narayana was pleased with his young worshipper. He said, "I know what made you take upon yourself this difficult task. I will grant you what you wanted then. I am assigning for you a place which is eternal. I've decided to place you so that the sun and the moon will revolve round it, which will be circumnambulated by the 7 rishis. The stars will wheel round you. Your father will crown you king after he renounces the kingdom and goes in search of peace. You will ever be devoted to me and to my bhaktas. In their company will be spent all your time. You will rule the world for 30,000 years. You will perform many yagnas, and finally, you will see me again. You will reach me ultimately." The Lord vanished from his sight, and Dhruva was left alone, living the moment over and over, again and again in his mind. The young child thought of returning to the city ruled by his father. He was glad in a way, but his heart was not quite elated at the turn of events. He told himself, "I have seen the Lord, Narayana, and his presence blessed me. I attained the joy which even rishis like Sanaka and Sanat Kumar have not attained. Fool that I was, I did not ask for moksha. It is just my misfortune that my mind was clouded." Sage Narada spoke rightly when he said, "This is not the age to take insults and applause to heart." I was foolish to have disregarded his words. The Lord has granted me a boon far inferior to moksha. I should have asked for release from the bondage called life on earth, but I did not do so. My ego, evidently, is not completely destroyed, and so my mind became clouded. I became a beggar, and I'm ashamed of myself." 42. The Constant Star. After he had spoken to Dhruva, the sage Narada went to the place of Uttanapada. When he had been welcomed properly and given a seat of honor, Narada addressed the king. "Why do you look depressed? Has any calamity befallen you or your kingdom?" The king sighed deeply and said, "I have been heartless. Obsessed as I have been with my love for a woman, I allowed my young son of 5 to be driven away from me. He is wandering about in the forest. Will he not be hungry and thirsty? How can his tender form bear the difficulties of living in the forest? He'll surely be eaten up by some bears or wolves or other wild animals in the dreadful forest. He wanted to sit on my lap, and my blindness was so much that it prevented me from letting him do so. Hurt by my indifference and by the cruel words of my wife, the poor child has left me and gone away. Are you surprised then that I'm depressed?" Narada smiled at him and said, "Please stop mourning for your son, who is protected by Narayana himself. Your son will be the greatest among people. You do not know the greatness of Dhruva, nor are you aware of the future of this child, as you call him. Your son will achieve what the Devas have not been able to do. And because of him, your name will live in the world forever. You will be known as Uttanapada, the father of the great Dhruva Swami. Do not worry. Dhruva will come to you very soon." 5 months passed, and the king was impatiently marking time. News reached him that his son was returning from the forest. With the entire city following him, the king went out to receive the young boy. Suniti and Suruchi were with him, and Uttama, the younger son of the king. Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.